If you're waiting for someone to give you permission to hate your narcissistic emotional abuser, here it is. Permission granted. Go ahead and hate them. Go ahead and feel free with the hate, like, why did I ever love that demon in jeans? Hey everyone, it's Melanie Silva, recovered people pleaser turned boundaried baddie. Today, I'm breaking down the messy truths no one talks about after breaking ties with a narcissist. The hatred towards them and yourself. And if you're a people pleaser, you might really beat up on yourself for being in a toxic relationship in the first place. Because if you're anything like I was, you've probably heard it all before. Just move on. Time heals all wounds. Okay, whoever said that can suck it, all right? No, time does not heal all wounds. It just makes you older. Intentional healing work imbued with love heals all wounds. Anyways, the truth is, recovering from a narcissist is way messier than a few affirmations and a new haircut. Healing isn't pretty, but it is possible. Also, if you're a people pleaser who struggles to say no in social situations, go ahead and grab my free guide, Say No with Grace, the link's down below. All right, number 1, healing is not linear. So first of all, if you're coming out of a relationship with a narcissist, just know healing is not linear. The self-help world makes it sound like a syllabus. Like month 1, sadness. Month 2, anger. Month 3, forgiveness. Month 6, enlightenment. I am completely healed. Everything will be different now. That's not how it works. When you've been manipulated, gaslit, and controlled, when someone's told you what you could say or what you could wear, even who you could talk to, you are living in an emotional jail cell. So of course, healing won't be tidy. It's going to happen in weird, unpredictable, and even ugly ways. You are human. So the first stage no one talks about is hatred. Let's talk about the part that's not Instagrammable, the hate. When you start to remember all the ways they dug their claws into your mind, the way they twisted your insecurities or used your past pain to manipulate you, you can't help but hate them. And when you're finally out of that relationship, you start to replay every single moment, every lie, every guilt trip, every sharp put down they used to cut you with. And it builds into this tidal wave of rage. And it's so hard because you don't know what to do with all this hatred. Society doesn't like hate, it's taboo, especially for women. If you think about it, even the term hater, no one wants to be called that. Or like when people talk about the state of the world and they'll be like, oh, there's so much hatred. We need to clear the hate with love. And it's like, okay, so what does that mean? It becomes this broad topic that no one understands, except they know they don't want to be labeled as someone who hates. And then the term becomes feared and therefore less understood. So let's back into this subject of hate as it relates to coming out of a relationship with a narcissist. When I was healing from one of my exes, I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone about how much I hated him. The anger was visceral. It came out in shrills and tears, in these guttural sounds that even scared me. I was out here dressed up like a cute little bunny and growling like a wolf. Oh, and your girlfriends? I mean, they're great for the he hurt me tears. But when you're like, I hope he dies and rots in hell, they're suddenly like, whoa, Mel, that's too much. Have you tried like journaling? Have I tried journaling? Have I tried journaling about the man who called me a dumb bitch on a regular basis? Absolutely not, Crystal. And that's how I felt at the time. And, it's not the girl's fault. Society doesn't know how to handle the ugly side of healing. And now with all of the healing aesthetic TikToks, there's pressure to be like this pretty, delicate, matcha-sipping butterfly of peace all the time. But you will never reach healing unless you go through the rage, and then you can organically become the butterfly of peace, and it won't be just for show. Remember, the truth vibrates high, and people can tell when you're performing. So I had this ex. He called me names like dumb, beezy, among other things. And in public, he'd make me stand behind him. There were times he would even put his hands on me. He'd yell, talk down to me, and use fear to control me. I started keeping things from him just to survive. Like I'd lie about going to a party he wouldn't approve of. And when he found out, he exploded. He was like, see, you're the liar. You can't be trusted. You're the problem. And I believed him. I actually believed that I was the monster out of the two of us. So when that relationship ended, how could I not hate him? How could I not have copious amounts of hate for this guy? And guess what? The hate didn't just go away with a few journal entries, okay? So then came the hate for myself. The voice that was like, how could I let this happen? Am I stupid? Maybe he's right. Maybe I am dumb. How could I not see it? You're dealing with hatred for them and hatred for you. You're mad that they broke you, and you're mad at yourself for handing them the hammer. They were like, pow! And you're like, oh, here's the hammer so you can go again. But let me make this crystal clear. That doesn't make you broken. That makes you human. And even if you are broken right now, you won't be broken forever. So let's take the shame off of this right now. Even if your anger is ugly, loud, messy, even if it's full on snot, crying, screaming into a pillow, all right, you are still love and light. You're just in your villain era, temporarily. And honestly, you've earned it. So yes, hate them, let it out, because suppressed anger doesn't disappear, it ferments. So something can happen where your friends don't get your anger. You know, if your friends try to tone down or police your anger, like if you say something like, I hate him, and they're like, you're letting him win, or just be the bigger person. Respectfully stop them in their tracks. Say, hey, I'm angry. This is natural. It's a natural response. I have to let this out. And if it's too much for them, that's okay. Remove yourself from the conversation. But don't let them shame you for feeling what's real. You're not letting him win. You're letting him burn in your imagination. It's called therapy. Just understand that a lot of people don't know what to do with hate, so it's not their fault if they're being dismissive. If they can't handle it, it's typically because they can't handle the hate in themselves. So they're not sure what to do with you when you bring it up. So here's the truth. You won't feel like this forever. This kind of hate. It's not who you are. It's just a part of the healing no one glamorizes. But one day, you'll look back and the hate will feel lighter. The power will shift back to you. Because anger is just love that was abused. And one day, you'll start loving yourself so much again that there won't be any room for the hate. It will be squeezed out. Kind of like the toothpaste, you know, when you squeeze it out of the bottle, you put that pressure of love on it and the toothpaste / hate comes out. Yeah, if you're in it, if you're really in it right now, just know it's okay to be ugly angry, to have this ugly hate. You're not broken. You're not a monster for feeling hatred. You're just healing. And if you're a people pleaser who struggles to say no, start by grabbing my free guide, Say No with Grace. It's how you start building yourself into someone who can say no. Guys, I love you. I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one.